Well, a very good afternoon from our kitchen right here in Phuket. Now, as promised from last week, today's video we are going to be making a Panang curry paste. Now, of course, not everybody can buy the curry paste, and this is a very important ingredient. So today's video is going to be showing you exactly how to make a curry paste. And of course, for those of you who want to have a go, this is a great way of really being able to style the curry paste to your own taste, because you can either make it particularly strong or particularly mild, depending on what your preferences are. Whereas when you buy a curry paste, of course, it comes as it is and you can't really adjust the level of spiciness. So in a moment we're going to run through all the necessary ingredients. Now, as I mentioned, normally Nat doesn't make her own curry paste. It's simply because of time. She used to when she was a lot younger. Of course, nowadays with all the markets here in Thailand, it's very easy to buy the curry paste and it saves a lot of time in the preparation, etc. But this recipe has come from her mother and grandfather, believe it or not, so it's been passed down. She does know how to make it. She just nowadays tends to go to the market, as I say, because it's a lot easier, and with running a business she doesn't have the time. But we're making this video especially for those of you who want to have a go at making your own curry paste. We'll tell you how to adjust the intensity of the paste itself. So let's now run through the list of ingredients. You will also need a pestle and mortar. Now, if you haven't got one of these, you should be able to get away with a food processor. Ingredients wise, we're going to start off with 3 tablespoons of chopped garlic. You're going to need half a cup of shallots chopped, 3 tablespoons of lemongrass chopped, 1 tablespoon of chopped galangal, 1 teaspoon of cilantro root chopped. Now, this isn't the leaves, this is the actual root. You'll also need 1.5 teaspoons of Kaffir lime zest. Now, the actual Kaffir plant produces a fruit, and it's the zest or the skin of the fruit that you're going to need. We normally use the Kaffir lime leaves, but I didn't realise it had a fruit, and Nata showed me that. So you're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of Kaffir lime zest, 1 teaspoon of coarse sea salt, 7 to 15 dried chillies. Now, these need to be cleaned, rehydrated and de-seeded, and this is where you can adjust the intensity of the curry paste, because we're using the very large dried chilies. But if you want to make it more spicy, you can use the medium or smaller chilies that are dried, and that will make the curry paste more spicy. But I prefer a little bit more of a milder one, so we're using a larger chili, so the very large dried chilies, 1 teaspoon of shrimp paste, 1/4 teaspoon of white peppercorns, 3/4 of a teaspoon of toasted cumin seeds, 1.5 teaspoons of toasted coriander seeds, and also 2 tablespoons of roasted peanuts. Now, this is optional, of course. If you've got a peanut allergy, then you will leave this out. But traditionally, the Panang curry does have peanuts included, but a lot of the commercial pastes now that you buy do not come with the peanuts, simply because there's a lot of people that have peanut allergies. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next stage, which is preparing the actual curry paste. Okay, Nat is now going to start and make the Panang curry paste. Okay, first of all, she's going to put the 3 dry ingredients, which is the coriander seeds, the cumin and the white peppercorns, into the pedestal. And then she's going to grind this down as fine as she can get. Oh, I can already smell those herbs now. Really smell the coriander. Now this is one of the reasons why Nat buys a curry paste, because there's quite a lot of work involved in making these pastes, and they do take quite a bit of time. But of course, if you've got the time to make it, then you're going to produce something really nice, something special, and it's going to make your food even better. Yeah, Nat was just pointing to the food processor. I've already mentioned that you can actually use a food processor, but we are doing it the traditional way on this particular video. But for speed, if you want to use a food processor, then you can. Can I just show how fine that is? Okay, lovely. So that's what you're looking for. You need to beat it down into a fine powder, as fine as you can get it. And then that's going to scoop that out and move it to one side. And next she's going to add in the dried chilies that have been rehydrated, and as I mentioned, they need to be de-seeded and cleaned, of course. Now this is where you can adjust the intensity of your curry. As I mentioned before, you can use a mixture of large or medium sized chilies, which will give you a slightly spicier curry, or you can use a medium to small chilies, which again is going to make it even more spicier. Okay, so that's what you're looking for. Now you can spend a little bit longer and you can cut your chilies down a little bit finer. As you can see now, they're quite mushed down. Now Nat is going to add the lemongrass, that is the garlic, and also the salt, okay. We're now starting to get a real aroma coming off this paste. Wow, that smells really strong. Now of course you're not going to get this paste as fine as the commercial paste because this is homemade, but you can spend as long as you like mashing it down and getting it as fine as you want, but Nat's not going to go crazy today. She's going to mash it down to how she normally does it, but if you want to go a little bit more finer you can. Of course, if you're using a food processor, you will be able to get it a lot finer. Now adding in the shallots. Yeah. And also the galangal. Kaffir lime zest. And the cilantro root. Now when you're making this paste, you need to be careful that it doesn't splash onto anything because it will stain it. Well, just show that now, what sort of consistency you have. Okay, great. Okay, lovely, thank you. So we're almost there now, just 3 ingredients to add. Wow, what a fantastic smell. You can really get the smell of the curry paste now. Wow, that smells delicious. Hard work, huh? I'm not used to doing this. Too easy nowadays down the market. Just buy it already made. as I mentioned in the actual video where we made the curry, we do have a stall down the local market that sells, well, a really good curry pastes. So this is one of the reasons why Nat doesn't bother making it nowadays herself, because they do a lovely curry paste, and it's such a time saving thing to be able to just pop down the market and buy what you need. Okay, Nat's been going at that for about 15 minutes to be honest, so quite a lengthy process. Now you're going to see what you should end up with. We can just show that. So quite a fine paste. Okay, lovely. Now we've just got 3 more ingredients to go into it. So Nat is now putting the dry ingredients, which is the cumin seeds, the coriander seeds, and also the white peppercorns that she ground up to start with. Those have now gone in. She's now putting in the shrimp paste. Okay, and just one last ingredient to go. Okay, now the peanuts. Now as I mentioned before, you can leave the peanuts out if you have a peanut allergy, but we are making a traditional curry paste, so the traditional way is to include the peanuts. Okay, well we're almost there now. It's taken about 20 to 25 minutes. That's without preparing all the ingredients. So it is quite a time consuming job, but well worth the effort at the end of it. And we are going to have a chicken Panang curry tomorrow night, and I'll let you know how this paste tastes in the comments section down below. So do go and check out the comments, and I shall post a comment on what I think this paste compares to the one that we bought in the market. Now the market one that we bought and showed you how to make the Panang curry itself, that one was quite spicy. Now this one is going to be a little bit milder, because as I said at the start, we've used the very large dried chillies and we've de-seeded them, so it's going to be a little bit more milder, which is more to my taste. I don't mind a spicy curry, but sometimes it can be a little bit strong, the curry pastes over in Thailand. So making your own, you do get the chance and the opportunity to just vary the spice level in the curry. So if you like particularly strong ones, then of course you can put more chilies in. We've actually used 10 large dried chilies, so you can vary the amount of chilies. As I said at the start of the video, you can use 7 to 15, and that can be a mixture of different types of dried chili, so the small to the large, or you can just use the large chili. And this is what you're going to end up with, a lovely Panang curry paste. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this evening's video making this curry paste, and here is the finished article. Now it does take a little bit of work, but well worth it. It smells absolutely divine, I've got to say. So I'm looking forward to testing this out tomorrow night. It is time consuming. It's took Nat about 20 to 25 minutes to actually make this paste from the ingredients. That's without all the prep time of the ingredients, so do bear that in mind. So I would say roughly an hour 15 minutes to make it from start to finish, and then you will have your own curry paste, and your curries will definitely taste a lot better by having your own freshly made curry paste. And again, as I've mentioned, you can vary the level of spice and customize it more to your own taste. I think it cost us about just under 100 baht for all the ingredients, but where we buy them from the market you can buy small amounts, so not too expensive to make your own. And of course there's enough here now to do 2 curries, so we shall use half in tomorrow night's curry, and then the other half we will probably freeze, and then we've got it in stock for a later curry. Please do leave any comments down below, any suggestions for any future Thai food videos. Do leave it in the comment section, and me and Nat will do our best to come up with a video recipe. But for now, thanks for watching, and until next time, you take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.